let's look at finding the area of circles. To find the area of circles, you need to be familiar with the parts of a circle. So all circles have a center, and using that center, you can find the radius and the diameter. So the radius is the distance from the center to the outer edge, and the diameter is the distance across the circle going through the center. Diameter. Now, the radius is half the size of the diameter. So if you're given the radius, you need the diameter instead, you can multiply the radius times 2. On the other hand, if you're given the diameter and you need the radius, divide the diameter in half. Okay? So, to find the area of a circle, the area is how much space, flat space, the circle takes up. So the area of a circle is pi times the radius squared. Radius to the second power, which means radius times itself. Pi is a number that we approximate to 3.14. Although in reality it's a decimal that keeps going, 3.14159 and so on forever. 3.14 is usually what we use for pi, although you can use the fraction 22/7 as well. Okay, let's look at an example of how to find the area of a circle. Here's our circle. Let's say the radius was 4 feet. To find the area, we're going to take pi, which we're going to use 3.14, times 4 squared. So this would be 3.14 times 4 times 4, not 4 times 2, 4 times 4, which is 16. Very common mistake is to do 4 times 2, then times pi. But this doesn't mean 4 times 2, this means 4 times 4, which is 16. And then we're going to multiply pi times 16, so 3.14 times 16 gives us 50.24. And since this is area, we're not going to use feet, we're going to use square feet. Okay, now let's look at another example. On this circle, we have a diameter of 12 centimeters. Now we know that the area is pi times radius squared. The problem is we don't know the radius. The diameter is 12. So to find the radius, it's half of the diameter, half of 12, which is 12 divided by 2, which is 6. So that's the number we're going to use. 3.14 times 6 squared. 6 squared is not 6 times 2, it's 6 times 6, which is 36. 36 times pi is 113.04. So the area of this circle is 113.04 square centimeters. So one of the keys to getting area of circles correct is to recognize whether you're given the diameter or the radius like the previous problem. If you're given diameter, divide the number in half first, and use that number as the radius. Okay, let's look at some special case area of circles. Let's say we have a half a circle. And we want to know what the area is. Let's say the only measurement we know is this straight edge here, which is, in this example, 10 feet. So we know that the area equals pi r squared where's pi? I mean, where's the radius here? What does this number represent? Well, if this was a full circle, wouldn't this be the diameter? So if that's the diameter, the radius is half of that, or 5 feet. Okay, so we're going to go pi, use the numbers, 3.14 times the radius squared, which is 5. So this is 3.14 times 5, which is 25. And 25 times pi is 78.5 square feet. So, is that the area of this half circle? Well, no. That would be the area if this was a full circle. So how do we find half of that? Divide this by 2. So 78.5 divided by 2, half of that. So the area here would be 39.25 square feet. So if you have a half circle, divide the whole circle area, divide it in half. If you have a quarter circle, divide by 4. If you have 3/4 of a circle, find 3/4 of the area. Multiply by 0.75 or multiply by 3, divide by 4, whichever method works best for you. So again, the area of a circle is pi times the radius squared.